It's just a squall. They come on you fast, they leave you fast. We're almost to Santa Cruz, and as you can hear, generator is doing its thing because we're motoring. No wind, sails are slanting back and forth, which stabilizes the boat, but it sure beats the hell out of the sails. This is Santa Cruz. We're going around that end right there into a little harbor called Forney Cove, and we're our friends on sailing vessel Ramble On just passed us a little while ago. They're gonna be in there way earlier than we get there, and they left way after we did. Here's my friend Norman, looking just like Norman always looks. He's wearing the Norman costume.
That's all I have.
That's all he
I
has.
am what I am.
What do you think of this ride today?
Ride sucks. But we'll get there.
Because we haven't eaten anything but a few pistachios and a piece of cheese. Oh, and a Russell Stover's candy. We're really tired of hearing this damn generator going, I'll tell you that much.
I'm hoping when we hit for Hawaii, we shut it off.
Yeah, here, say that again.
Said I'm hoping when we leave for Hawaii that generator is shut off and we don't hear it again till we get there.
That was always the plan, and yeah, well, if that doesn't happen, then we're gonna haul the boat out in Hawaii, pull this electric motor and shit out, and put in a beta diesel. Because I don't want to go around the world like this with a lawnmower strapped to the back of the boat. That was never my intention. Yeah, so here's a funny thing. Earlier, we were talking about how great it would be if they made a little diesel motor generator that you could put out back there. And then we were like, that'd be really cool. You have a little diesel motor generator back there and it would make a lot less sound, and then it would be really cool if you could just hook it up to the prop. yeah, seriously. That's called a diesel motor. That's what that called. So yeah, well, anyway, I've given up on it yet, but I'm not real pleased with it today at this moment. I probably won't even post any of this because I don't want all the told you so's from all the told you so people. All right, here we are.
Well, after a glorious day of motoring, listening to the generator, we've made it to this little anchorage called Forney Cove. Forney Cove is not the most pleasant place I've ever been, I can assure you. It's got some waves coming back in there. They say once the tide goes down, it'll settle down in here, but right now them waves are coming over them rocks and coming in here and making it pretty rough. We got some we got some people over there that I don't know what they're doing. They got a little dinghy, a little bitty boat, and I don't know if they've been fishing or what. But then we got our new friends, Ramble On over here. They've got anchored over there, and we're going to spend the night here, but I bet we leave first thing in the morning. Unless it calms down a lot.
Is LP off?
I never turned it off. Yep. It's Forney Cove. Not a very pleasant place.
Want me to show them what I'm making for dinner? I'm making some smothered burritos with the Omni oven. We got our jalapenos.
Sprinkle them on top. Should be muy delicioso. Ooh, my.
Doing 2 of those tonight. All right, we're anchored out at Forney Cove, and here is my smothered burritos. Look at that stuff, man. So good, so good. It's gonna be awesome. It's almost done. It's good?
Very good, sir. Thank you so much.
You didn't say the Luke thing.
Huh?
Delicious.
Delicious.
Well, we're, as you can hear, we are having about a 40 knot blow here in the anchorage at Santa Cruz. It's blowing stink out, woke us up. Our anchor is holding, but we do have rocks behind us from the direction that we're blowing. We'd be blowing down on these rocks. The anchor's set really good. We're not going to pull it up unless we start to drag. But here's our situation there. So that yellow is where we've swung back and forth. The little red spot you see there beside us, the big one is us. The other one is Ramble On. They are also holding really well. All the other boats around us have pulled up and left, but we're gonna wait. We'll leave if we have to, but we really are trying not to. So that's our situation tonight. No sleep. That's part of the deal, I guess, of this whole thing. You forget this over the years. There we go, yep. Yep. Blowing crazy out here. Happy to have a good anchor. That's one thing that if you're gonna go cruising, you got to get yourself a good anchor. We've got a good rock anchor. We've got about 6-to-1 scope out right now, so we should be fine. Sandy bottom, I think we're holding good. That's the update from MIG tonight. I'll keep you updated if anything changes. Norman's still in his little aft cabin. There he is. Say hi to the camera, Norm.
Hi guys. What a beautiful night.
What a beautiful night.
A lot of sleep going on out here.
He put his board in because he took some water while we were anchored into his cabin. All right.
We're out here in this gale. Topher's out here. We're trying to get the sail back down to produce a little bit of windage. So Lisa and Lazy Jackson dropped the top of the sail back down there.
Oh, the halyard. Lower the halyard.
All right.
What I'm doing here is I'm wrapping a line around the stack pack that holds the mainsail. The wind was hitting that stack pack. It's fairly large and it's pulled up by those lazy jacks that hold it up, those little black lines. And it was basically kind of like a little sail, and it was causing us to sail back and forth on the anchor road and the snubber. And you don't want that, because it just kind of works back and forth on the chain and moves it around. And it's better to just try and reduce as much windage as you can in this situation. So I went up there and wrapped it as tight as I could. I really should have done this in the gale offshore as well. It would have been probably good. The reason I didn't in that situation was I kind of wanted to be able to raise that main if I needed to, which is also a valid point for this situation as well. If I needed to sail off of the anchor, I could have raised it a lot easier. But man, it was really pulling us back and forth. So that's why I did this. Over on the side, you can see our friends on the starboard side right there. That's Ramble On, and they left here shortly after this and headed out. We decided to stick it out a little longer until morning when it calmed down a little bit, because we have a manual windlass. At some point, for safety, I'm going to get an electric windlass for MIG.
What about that recliner again?
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that again right now.
Netflix in a recliner right now. I'll take some of that.
Yeah, I've had about enough of this gale stuff.
This is Rich and Jenny on sailing vessel Ramble On. If you haven't subscribed to their YouTube channel, I really highly recommend that you check them out. Really super wonderful people. And at this point you've seen, if you watch my videos, you've seen a tour of their boat. Well, Rich is up there on the bow. They're trying to get out of this spot, and they have a really great electric windlass, which we do not have on MiG. We have that manual windlass, and you can see the difficulty that they're having pulling that chain up in control, even with an electric windlass. You can see the boat pushing back and forth on that chain as Rich raises the chain and Jenny drives forward. Another interesting thing that they told me was they have these little headsets, these little Bluetooth headsets, and Rich said that had they not had those in that situation, they would not have been able to communicate. The wind was blowing so hard you couldn't hear anything at all. And in order for Rich to tell Jenny which way to go with the chain, he had to have a way to communicate, and he really highly recommends those. I don't know that we'll get them on MiG because there's only about 15 feet between Norm and myself when I'm up on the bow. But this illustrates right here why we didn't try at this point to raise our anchor and get out of there. The manual windlass, it would have been very difficult in this shit for me to pull that chain up, and then at some point the anchor's going to drag before it's up into the boat and secure. And that's the thing. Then we've got rocks about 300 yards behind us, and if I couldn't get that chain and that anchor on the boat, well, it would have been a bad situation. Now, the other thing I could have done is just let it all out and let it go and then motor away, and that wouldn't have been a problem. I could have done that, and I do have a secondary anchor. I could have gone and anchored out, and then when it calmed down, I could have come back and retrieved all my anchor chain and whatnot. So that was in my mind as an emergency situation. But I think it's safe to say that the next big purchase for MiG will be an electric windlass, just for safety purposes. Norman has one. It's a Maxwell 48-volt windlass that's hooked into his 48-volt system, and that's a pretty good deal since we do have electric motors and we have those big motor banks. We do have the ability to hook a 48-volt windlass right up to our boat. So at some point I'll do that. They're about $4,000 though. Well, no, actually, I think for MiG they're a little smaller, so they're around $2,500, something like that. So thanks for watching. Well, we got daylight now. Rocks look a lot closer in the daylight.
Just a squall! They come on